Finding the right school, and by extension the right home, is a long-term investment into your child's future.
It's not just about where they study now, it's about shaping who they become.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Jayden.
This is Expert Answers. And today we'll be answering questions about buying homes near primary schools. First question, why do so many parents choose their home based on nearby primary schools?
Okay, parents choosing a primary school for their kids, one main factor they are looking at, probably is where they are staying, the proximity to the school. Is it within the 1 km or 1 km to 2 km distance away? So this really will help the registration of entering their primary school.
So a lot of parents want their kids to go to the preferred school because there are schools that are known to have more structured curriculums, CCA, enrichment programs. For example, if their child is very into arts, sciences, or even sports, the school might have this infrastructure to help facilitate such interests. And thus giving them opportunity to build on these talents that they might have. Choosing the right school, and by extension choosing the right home, is a long-term investment into your child's future. So this not only gives them the convenience, of course, to go to the school when it's nearby, it also gives them a lot of opportunities, their peers, their values, the support system that shapes their future. So of course, having said that, a star will shine wherever they go. And in Singapore, MOE actually makes sure that all the schools have a good curriculum and infrastructure. Because you're a parent, you want to give the best you possibly can to your child. And that is why a lot of parents like to buy homes near their preferred school to just increase their chance of getting into the school of their choice.
Question 2. Does living near your preferred school actually guarantees your child a spot in the school?
Actually, there is no guarantee because the registration happens in phases, from phase 1 to 2A to 2C. So in each phase, there's actually an allotted number of vacancies. And what happens is if there are more applicants than vacancies from phase 2A to 2C, then balloting will be conducted. And how does this balloting work? You will be given priority based on your child's citizenship and your proximity from the school. So for example, if your child is a Singapore citizen living within 1 km of the school, you'll be given first priority to enter, followed by the children who are Singapore citizens who are living 1 to 2 km from the school, and so on and so forth. Question 3, as a parent yourself, how early should we plan to secure a spot in a good school nearby, and what are the things we should consider?
So as a parent myself, I will actually plan probably 1 year before to enroll my kids into a primary school. But actually my kids being enrolled under alumni. To some kiasu parents, probably they might be thinking to plan ahead, probably for around 2 years, because they might be thinking about having their kids to enroll in a sports school, to enroll them into those specialized school like art school, SOTA, or do they are actually looking for those secondary school that's under DSA, direct school admission, DSA. So where using their talents or interests directly enter into the secondary school. So these are some of the parents' plan and concern that they are looking at.
If I'm buying a new launch condo, how early should I start planning if I want to secure a spot in a preferred school? Can they use this new launch condo BUC address to register for primary school, and is there anything they have to be wary about?
Alright, so it's possible to register the BUC home address to enroll your kids into primary school. But something to take note, they got to move in to the registered address within 2 years.
So that means that if your child is registering for primary 1 this year, they have to move in to the new address by the end of 2027, and they have to stay in the new address for at least 30 months.
Other than using BUC address, is there any other options that's available?
Of course, there are a few options. Definitely, you can use your resale address. If you are buying a resale property, just make sure you move into the property before the primary 1 school term starts. Okay, and you have to provide proof that you have your HDB submission or your private property OTP, your stamp duty done. Alternatively, you can also use a caregiver's address to use for your primary 1 registration if the caregiver is within 2 km of the school. There are some things you need to take note of. Okay, for the caregiver, you must make a declaration. So this caregiver can be a relative, for example, your grandparents. And the MOE actually requires for the child to stay with this caregiver at least during the weekdays. And also, you must show proof that, okay, why is there a need for this child to be living with the caregiver? For example, if both your parents work long hours, they need somebody to assist or they live very far away. Jayden, last question.
Okay.
Can I still apply if I live outside 1 km of a preferred school?
Okay, so for example, with this upcoming new launch, okay, the Sand, okay, which is located within Bukit Timah Estate, okay, where from the Sand to the most preferred, okay, in that area, the most preferred primary school, Pei Hwa Presbyterian, okay, is approximately 1.3 km away. So you have a good chance which fall under the second priority to enroll your kids, okay, to Pei Hwa Presbyterian.
So the first priority is given to the Singapore child who is living within 1 km of the school. Thank you for watching this episode of Expert Answers. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And do remember to like, share and subscribe. Thank you!
Bye-bye!
Bye.